Yo, what's up guys? I know I haven't posted here on YouTube in a while, just been busy with some IRL stuff the past few weeks. Most of you guys probably know by now, there was a recent blue post about Season of Discovery basically saying they aren't releasing Phase 4 just yet. Who knows, it might be another 2 to 3 weeks before we even get a Phase 4 announcement. Blizzard wants to give some time to Kata Classic, which makes sense. They don't want to drop Season of Discovery Phase 4 and Kata at the exact same time. There's probably some players that will probably be playing both versions of the game. I'll leave the blue post down below if any of you haven't seen it and want to read through it. There was a few interesting things from the blue post that I want to talk about. As far as level 60 content, it looks like we are getting Molten Core and Onyxia's Lair together, and a few weeks after that we will see Blackwing Lair followed by Zul'Gurub, so I assume the 60 phases will probably move much faster than these previous phases for the most part. Molten Core and Onyxia being released together is no surprise. I wonder if Onyxia will be considered a 20-man raid though. You can do it with 20 people in regular vanilla, but you could also bring 40 people in, so it'll be interesting to see what they do with that. I personally feel like they're going to keep both raids 20-man just for that sake of the tier being a 20-man tier, but we'll see. I don't know, maybe they're going to let you bring 40 people into Onyxia. The other thing I saw that was really interesting is that Phase 4 will have a PTR. In the past, they haven't done any PTRs for Season of Discovery at all. I personally think it's a good thing that they're doing a PTR for Phase 4. We're going to have level 60 character templates that you can make, with all the runes and abilities unlocked, specifically focused on combat and class testing. We will have access to level 60 tier set bonuses, whatever sort of thing they're going to work with, maybe PvP sets too, I don't know, but we're going to have some sort of tier set bonus that we can use. They're going to have training dummies available, as well as some raid content and battlegrounds. With this, they said they're going to be looking into class adjustments, with some classes seeing some substantial redesigns, doing things like moving runes around to different slots and moving some abilities to baseline. My guess is some of the less used runes might become baseline in order for them to see more use, or abilities that are heavily used and seem like a staple for the class will be moved to baseline. A good example of this is Paladin's Exorcism. Right now on that slot we have Exorcism, Rebuke, Avenger's Shield, Horn of Lordaeron I believe, and Inspiration Exemplar. With Exorcism being so good, there's really no point in using any of the other leg runes at all outside of a few niche uses possibly. Like in Phase 1, sometimes Paladins had to put Rebuke on, but outside of that, you didn't really use any of those. The other thing with certain specs just feeling weak, a good example is something like a Prot Paladin. If you're playing a Paladin tank, there's really no reason to go deep Prot at all. You get a lot more benefits from things in the ret tree overall, and can still tank and hold aggro, I'm pretty sure. I'm just using Paladin as an example because it's the class I main, but I'm sure there's a lot of other classes where certain specs just don't really seem worth playing. Overall, I think the PTR is a good thing. It will hopefully be a step in the right direction in terms of class balance and PvP, which I've been pushing for. It could help PvE testing as well to get classes on a better track in terms of DPS meters, get some, class balance in terms of casters and melee both being good. We'll see. I personally look forward to testing some battlegrounds in the PTR. I think it'll be a lot of fun, maybe even play around with some classes I'm not super familiar with. I think it'll be good. Another thing I've been seeing a lot on YouTube especially is the Sod is Dead titles and things like that. I don't think Season of Discovery is completely dead personally. It is some good clickbait though. So yeah, the numbers for raiding in Season of Discovery are down, but let's look at this real fast. The raid numbers are down because the Sunken Temple rewards just aren't that rewarding. A lot of people hated incursions. I think the idea of them was cool, but the execution just wasn't it. And I think that turned a lot of people off to Sod. It was a combination of a lot of things, and Phase 3 just wasn't the best for the game overall. Especially with this being a long phase now, I think a lot of people are just taking a break, and I think there will be an uptick in Phase 4 again, but there will be kind of a drop-off. So some people aren't going to come back. Those are pretty much my thoughts on the blue post and the future of Season of Discovery Phase 4. Now let's play a little game in the comments down below. So originally I wanted to make a video titled Runes I Want to See in Phase 4, something like that. I just couldn't think of enough cool runes, so here's 3 of the runes that I want to see given to Paladin in Phase 4. I feel like Paladin probably needs a gap closer in Phase 4, something like Divine Steed, Death Grip, anything like that. The game's so fast paced and it's so hard for us to get to anyone. We need some form of getting from point A to point B to be able to do some damage to someone before we get two-shot or something. I don't know. Maybe they'll fix the game and we don't need it. But it would be cool to see some sort of gap closer for Paladin in Season of Discovery. I don't think Vanilla needs that. Just Season of Discovery itself needs that. The other one, we need improved Holy Shock. Right now, I'm pretty sure Holy Shock is a 30-second cooldown, right? I don't play Holy Shock, but for the Holy Shock boys, that would be sick. Reduce that cooldown to 15 seconds and reduce the cost of consecration or something. That would be sick. Maybe increase the damage. I don't know about that. Probably more damage or cost reduction, I think, is more the route that would work with like a Holy Shock build. So it would be like a rune that does 15-second reduced cooldown and decreases the cost of consecration because it costs a lot. And then the last one, personally, this is just what I want to see. Improved Seal of Justice. We need that Burning Crusade Seal of Justice so that we can like judge it on druids and they get knocked down to their normal movement speed. So kind of like a soft slow. But yeah, those are the runes I want to see in phase 4. Comment down below and tell me the runes you want to see. It can be from any class. I just want to hear it. That's pretty much all I've got for this video today. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you aren't subscribed yet. I stream over on Twitch every Monday and Friday. Same name, Stephen Bones. Peace, boys.